Hello, we just finished brewing a Mosaic IPA. Of course, we're at the end of the process, but you're about to see it from the beginning to the end. It's Mosaic hops are something that it's a hop that I've really been intrigued by. I've had some beers with Mosaic, and I wanted to try to brew a Mosaic IPA with just Mosaic hops. So hopefully you'll be able to see the whole process, see how it works. It's a pretty cool experience. We had a good time doing it. That smell awesome.
Oh, okay. What's your grain bill?
11 pounds 2-row. I had the caramel 40 and the caramel 80, just like a half pound of each. And then I think there's like a German Vienna malt or something.
I love you.
So we raised the temperature to 160, and we're putting the grain in. We're hoping it'll go down to 152, because that's the mash temperature that we're trying to shoot for. And we're going to let it sit and mash at that temperature for about an hour. And it's still pretty high.
We still got a couple pounds in here.
It's like at 161 actually. And what mashing is going to do is extract all the sugars from the grains. By the way, we're here with Matt Shane. He's an expert brewer, my buddy. And then behind the camera is Travis. He's another buddy I have, and he's helping us. He's kind of learning the ropes too. So we just got mashed it for an hour, and so now we need to do something called mash out, which we're going to put it at 170 degrees for 10 minutes. Then once that's done, we're going to pull the bag out and try to drain it as much as we can, and we'll start the boil. Alright, we're going to mash it out at 170 for 10 minutes, so now the next step is to pull the bag of grains out, let it drain for a little bit, and then we're going to bring it up to a boil. I'm going to use this, once it drains a little bit, I'm going to use this to smash it, get the rest of the juices out.
Are you spilling anywhere?
No, looks good.
I think it's over here, like right.
There, that's
Got
the.
it.
Oh, you got it?
Oh,
Good. Did it melt?
No, it's metal.
Okay, good, good.
Good. Smell them.
Pass that around.
Oh man. Smell that.
Mm-hmm. So now that we got the boil going, we're going to do our first 60-minute hop addition, and then we'll start the timer. So this is 1 ounce of Mosaic hops. We're using this bag to try to filter out as much as we can so we don't have it floating around in the beer.
And pull that string.
Yeah.
The draw string. Close it.
Cool. So, alright. Now we're about to add the second hop addition. Another ounce of Mosaic. And it's been 30 minutes. Okay, so we're going to let it sit a little bit longer. We have about 30 more minutes left of the boil, and brewer join us. It's Daniel.
What's up? How's it going?
Couldn't do it without him. Welcome, Daniel.
I'm the official tong holder.
Alright, we're at about 15 minutes left, so I'm going to put this immersion chiller in here so it'll start sanitizing. The boiling water will sanitize it, so you don't have to actually use sanitizer. Woo! It looks like there's water coming out from the previous batch. And at 15 minutes also, we're going to drop a Warlock tablet in there. It helps clarify the beer. Gives a little bit more clarity. Makes it clear. And at 10 minutes, we're going to add some honey per the recipe. It's supposed to boost the ABV up a little bit. Maybe it'll add some flavoring. We'll see how it goes. I think the honey additions.
It's good honey.
It's good local honey, wildflower honey from Andrew's Honey Farm, or Andrew's Honeybees. We're doing a pound of honey, so this is about 3/4 of a pound, and then
Do a quarter of this one.
our wort just got way more alcoholic.
Ah, the smell, the aroma, the flavor.
Everything. Alright. Alrighty, we just added the final hop addition, which is 2 ounces of Mosaic. And now we're shutting off the flame. The boil's over. And we will start cleaning it down using our immersion wort chiller. So I'm going to go around the corner and keep the water steaming.
Turn it off. Water's steaming as it comes out because it's pretty hot as it's going through that chiller. It's heating up the coils and taking off the heat. So it's pretty warm. You could definitely take a bath in that. Feels nice. Are we in Arkansas? There's hot springs coming out of this faucet.
Alright, I used a star sand. Used about an ounce mixed with about 2.5 to 3 gallons of water to make sanitizer. And now I'm sanitizing the siphon as I'm pumping sanitizer through it, but I'm also sanitizing the fermenting bucket, which we're going to be fermenting the wort in, turn into beer. Also, I'm just sanitizing a regular hose because I have a spout at the end of my my brew pot that I'm hoping I can connect to. Last time I tried that, it got clogged with hop residue, so I have the siphon as a backup. Both of them will be sanitized, just in case. And as I'm sanitizing this, I like to make sure it sprays and touches every surface. So, as I'm pouring it down, I'm going to rotate it just to make sure all the sides have touched extra by the sanitizer.
It's very thorough.
I try to be.
Oh wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
And we have a new helper. She's actually an expert brewer. Her name's Savannah. She's helping us cool down the wort. If you need an expert wort chiller, just call Savannah, but she charges a lot. So. Alright. Now. Okay. And here we go.
Oh, it's a beautiful sight.
Please don't clog.
Mmm, look at that creamy deliciousness.
You can kind of see how that clarifier worked in it. Which it looks like it was about 5 gallons. I wish it would have actually looked
You can try that, see what happens. Gotta lift this first.
Still steam.
Yeah, I mean, it usually doesn't have those air bubbles. Those air bubbles kind of tell you that there's something kind of stopping it. I'll get some flow going both ways. So get the siphon started. Ooh, thank you. Keep the flow going. It's gonna be a lot to get out, to filter out. Is it all done? Oh,
5?
no, it's like 4.5. Come on, you can do it, little buddy. You silly. You can do it. We got a little less than 5 gallons. It's about 4.5. Definitely, I think I'm considering adding 5, topping it up with some spring water, just to make it to the 5 gallon point. It's already at 1.073 original gravity, which is pretty dang high for a beer. So yeah. All right, so we made the decision. We're gonna top it up with the spring water to get to the 5 gallon mark. It's gonna water it down a little bit, but since it was like, we're looking at almost an 8% alcohol by volume.
A little extra water.
Pretty high, yeah. Water's gonna make it a little bit lower. I'll take a gravity reading once I'm done. I got a little bit more to add. 5 gallon marks right here. Boom. Got 5 gallons. So now we're going to stir it up. Rinse this and sanitize it. And then I'll take a gravity reading. Actually, let me dry it first and listen. Just in case that water residue is bad. There we go. Let's give it a little stir. Now, let's take a gravity reading.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops. Yeah? Oh yeah. What is that?
1.067. That's a lot more respectable amount. And it's still going to be a high ABV too, so I'm glad we made that decision.
Nope.
Okay.
I just disinfected it.
Okay. So, we're just going to get a temperature to make sure we're in the right range. And it looks like it's like at 70 degrees right now, which that's perfect. Yeah. This is going to be a good beer. Okay, there it is.
Good.
So we have a little filter right here. It prevents like dust and stuff from getting introduced. And then once I attach it here, also a good practice is to put an in, write it in and then out, just so you always know, because it's definitely easy to get those mixed up. So I put this tubing on right here, and we have an aeration stone. I think these are popular in like aquariums and stuff, but just put that. Your local homebrew shop should definitely have all of this. And I got this oxygen tank at Lowe's, by the way. For all the fittings I got at my local homebrew shop. Alright, and you just want to do it for like 30 seconds. Yeah. Thank you, sir. A lot of oxygen added to the wort. Now the very next step, and the last step, is to pitch the yeast and add an airlock to the lid so the gases can escape. I'll show you how to do that here in a bit. Bailey, you're about to witness something magical. The moment the yeast goes into the wort, it turns immediately into beer. It's no longer a wort, it's called beer. So here we go.
Beer's happening.
Now it is officially beer. We're pitching the yeast.
Is it? And this is video worthy.
Yes, I'm making a video of the whole process, actually.
Cool.
Alright, now it's about to start a chemical reaction where it eats the sugar and farts out alcohol. It literally farts out alcohol. Or burps out alcohol. Science is awesome.
Incredible.
And you don't have to stir it or anything?
No, you don't stir
does
it.
all on
Yeah,
its
push
own.
it on the top. Pretty common. You just put sanitizer in the airlock, drop the thing on, put this on, and then that way no oxygen can get in, but the gases, the CO2 that it releases, can get out. Also, it creates a barrier. It pushes, as it's creating CO2, it's pushing out the oxygen through the airlock, and there's a CO2 barrier between the lid and the wort that actually helps keep the oxygen away from the wort. Now within 12 to 24 hours, we'll start seeing a lot of activity in the airlock, start bubbling. We're going to put it in a nice, cool, dark place to let it do its thing. Make beer.
Make way for the king.